Coming up on Nightly News Podcast.
UCF is putting a cap on their student population. Find out the steps they are taking to do so.
A new SGA administration will begin its term in early May. Find out what to expect from the new leadership.
Some full-time students work full-time jobs. Find out how resources on campus relieve their stress. Nightly News Podcast starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to the Nightly News Podcast. I'm Tyler Fellerman.
And I'm Earl Jones. Today is Thursday, April 25th, 2019.
An administration official says UCF is planning on capping its student population size and accepting fewer students. UCF will become more competitive to get into and may lose its status as the largest student body in the nation as a result of this change. Nightly News Podcast reporter Fritz Farrow has more on how students are reacting to this change.
The large size of the student body is not hard to spot in the student union in the heart of campus. Students are reacting to the university's plans to cap the large student population. Arts and Humanities student Emily Villa said that this move could not have happened sooner.
I feel like it's about time that we have to accept less students in order for our resources in campus to care more about each individual. I feel like since there's a lot of students, every department everywhere is becoming more and more hectic and harder for them to connect to us as an individual.
Sophomore forensic pathology major Monet McLean said that the change may not be necessary as there are plans to open a downtown campus.
We're such a big school and expanding, so I feel like it might not be necessary. If they, hire more teachers, then we'll have smaller classes, which would make more sense than not accepting more students, because everyone deserves an education.
Senior psychology major Priscilla Ferrier said that she finds the university's large size to be a good thing.
It's more diversity and meeting more people. I know some universities, you see the same faces every day, but UCF, we see, different people all the time.
UF, FSU, and USF all currently have lower acceptance rates than UCF. Reporting in Orlando, Fritz Farrow, Nightly News Podcast.
The university projected it will reach 70,000 students by the fall of 2020.
The spring semester is coming to a close, and with the new academic year comes new leadership. Kyler Gray and Madeline Mills will begin their term as SGA president and vice president on May 7th. Here's Nightly News Podcast reporter Taya Britton with what you can expect from the new administration before you return in the fall.
With a vote count of 4,570 votes and 55% of the vote, Kyler Gray and
At the passing of the gavel on April 16th, Kyler Gray and Madeline Mills were inaugurated into their positions of student body president and vice president.
It was an incredible moment because I got to share it with the people that had gotten me to that position and had believed in me getting that position.
Their term will begin on May 7th. Until then, they are currently in what Mills calls the twilight zone, because while they are seen as the new president and VP, they can't actually make any changes until May 7th. Gray refers to the summer as grind time, because they will be working to fine-tune their cabinet and start to plan how they hope to accomplish their initiatives. Gray and Mills say one of their hopes is to rebrand SGA. Mills plans on repainting the office and trying to implement ideas that make SGA feel more welcome to the student body. They also changed their cabinet structure, adding more insight into what each position does.
We also did some new things. Redid the Division of Administration. There is no more Chief of Staff, Deputy Chief of Staff. I changed the titles and the roles and obligations of those positions.
Some students are hoping for specific changes themselves. Senior Humanities and Cultural Studies major Emily Clark is hoping that when she comes back to campus for football games, that there will be a wet stadium. This is one initiative that Gray is really pushing for. Gray says he anticipates that they will have some progress made by the fall, but cannot confirm that it will happen for sure. Mills is hoping to get the ground running on a few initiatives as well. Mills says one of the first meetings she is going to have will be with the RWC to address students' dress code concerns.
I just want the student body to know that we don't make empty promises and we mean business.
Before the fall, students can expect to have a more definitive answer on beer and alcohol sales in Spectrum Stadium, Lime scooters, and RWC dress codes. In Orlando, Taya Britton, Nightly News Podcast.
While Gray and Mills cannot give any confirmation on what will or won't happen, they say they are optimistic about what next year's administration will bring to the campus.
Students who juggle multiple jobs while attending school full-time say they often find themselves stressed and tired. A survey done by the National Center for Education Statistics says that 42% of full-time students are also working. UCF's Nightly News podcast reporter Sierra Ward highlights the students' stories and tells us more information about resources on campus.
Elementary education junior Sarah Maza finishes up some homework before going to work at one of her 2 jobs. Maza attends UCF as a full-time student while working at both jobs throughout the 7-day week. Maza says it can be hard managing both her school and work life.
Usually I'm falling behind more because I'm just so tired when I get home. So then Sundays and Mondays are those catch-up days, and then I try to get ahead and it doesn't really work out.
Maza also says she would love to be involved on campus, but work and school leaves her with no time to do anything else. Students say they need to work in order to pay for school and support themselves financially. Fine arts senior Cheyenne Stasician says that having no free time can be exhausting.
It's really stressful. Yeah, like the couple of hours that I do get to see my friends are the biggest stress reliever ever. I leave feeling so happy, but the points leading up to them, I'm just I constantly feel like I'm drowning with the workload.
Both Maza and Stasician say that they have tried to explore resources on campus like CAPS and different scholarships. Other resources on campus, like the Student Support Foundation, will offer students a grant for financial assistance. All they have to do is fill out a form. In Orlando, Sierra Ward, Nightly News Podcast.
Students looking for financial assistance can find resources through the UCF Cares website at cares.sdes.ucf.edu.
That's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with UCF Nightly News on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
And if you've got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks for listening and have a great day.